What's up, Domino community? I'm Lily Hevish, and today I'll be teaching you how to build a Christmas tree. So get your dominoes and let's start building. Happy holidays! I thought it'd be fun to make a Christmas tree to celebrate and just do something festive. So join me, feel free to build along. Now, in terms of materials, I'm using about 225 dominoes, mostly in green, but I also have brown and yellow and multicolored dominoes for the stars and ornaments. I'm also going to be using a straight edge, or you can also use the back of a template, some clear tape, and my brand new sketchbook to draw out the Christmas tree before I start building. And this is going to help a lot to get the design right and make sure you know exactly what scale to build it at and the right colors. But this is also going to help to visualize how each of the segments of the tree are made. So I'm really happy with how this came out. I'm going to base my design off of this plan. The cool thing about using grid paper is that you can count how many squares each part of your design is. So I can kind of see and measure the distances from one point to the next, and that's going to be really helpful. So I recommend starting with the star because the body of the tree can really be as big as you want it. Like, it'll just continue technically infinitely until you stop the triangle field. I'm going to start by placing one domino at the top, and then we're going to make a split by putting two dominoes together and then placing them right in front. Now, the spacing between these rows is about 1 centimeter. If you put it too far apart, say like this, there's a chance that it might not fall, so it's always better to put it closer together. Now for this next row, I'm going to put 5 dominoes in a row flat on the ground, and then we can use the straight edge to make it even, and we're going to tape these dominoes together and make kind of like a field starter for the star. I'm just going to place it on the top here and then flip it over, and another piece of tape on the back. So now we have a yellow field starter. I can place it right in front of the block of 2, right in the middle. And the reason we taped it together is because when this domino falls, it's not going to trigger these ends because it's not connected. But because we've taped it, now all of these dominoes can trigger without having to put a domino in front of it over here. Next, we're gonna put a group of 4 dominoes. So I can put 4 here. I can even use the back of my template as a straight edge to move it in. Make sure to just keep that 1 centimeter distance in between the rows. And then we have a block of 3. That's gonna go right here. And keep in mind, all of these dominoes are offset by half a domino. So if you look and trace the line, every other row should be in line with itself. Then once we get to the next row, I'm gonna put 1 domino over here on the edge. This is overlapping by half a domino. And I'm gonna put another one on this edge here. Now that we have a star built, we can start building the tree. Now the tree is going to be made out of a triangle field. If we look at my sketch, this is made up of 3 triangles that are overlapping. So I'm gonna put a green domino right in the middle of the star. And then just like we made the star, we're gonna do a split, put it together, and put it like that. And then we got a group of 3 like this, keeping that 1 centimeter spacing in between. And as this triangle field gets larger and larger, I do recommend using a straight edge to make sure that each of your rows are gonna be even. I like to set it up away from the field just in case I knock it down by accident. It's not going to hit it, so I can just keep adding 1 more domino for each row and then slowly move in the pieces into place. The triangle field is pretty simple. You just keep adding 1 more domino for each row. I'm gonna add a group of 5 dominoes and then move that into place. So now that we have the top of the tree built, I think we can start adding in these ornaments. Now it's totally up to you what size you want to build these. You can make them 1 domino wide, you can make them 2, maybe 3, make them square or make them more circular. Like, you can vary it and just customize your tree in any way you want. So you're gonna have to add in these colored dominoes within your green dominoes and just kind of sprinkle in these ornaments. So it looks like maybe this is like in the top right corner. So I'll put one over here. Actually, maybe it looks like it's closer to the side, so I'm gonna put it here. And then 2 here. I'm gonna make this one a circular ornament. This domino is just gonna go right underneath. So I'm gonna continue the section over here. And it looks like I can even start building this blue one. This might be a big tree, we'll see. So I'm gonna add 1 more row of this green to continue your ornament. And then just keep adding in the rows. Oops, this one. So for circular ornaments, it'll always have the pattern 1, 2, 1 if you're using the width of 2 dominoes. Now at this point, I think I'm gonna stop the triangle and we can start the second one that comes underneath it. So the next row is going to be a bit smaller in width, but actually I just realized this one should be blue. Don't forget to finish your ornaments. So see here, on either side of the tree, there's 1.5 dominoes of space. Now we can just continue making the next triangle. Just make sure that for every row, you increase it by only 1 domino. Everything should be in line by half a domino. We'll just keep adding on like this. The next one, I'm gonna add this pink ornament. Looks like it's kind of close to the middle, so you can really play around with the placement of the ornaments. Make them wherever you want. This one goes here. So when you build it over here, you can kind of line it up with where you already were building. I can see that this will then move in to connect the orange. I'm gonna add one more row and that'll finish off the second triangle of the tree. So just gonna finish the orange ornament. The pink one's done now. Oops, that's why we build it away from the field. I'm gonna connect this template so we have an even longer straight edge. Oh, it's looking really good. I like it. It's looking a little skinnier than our plan, but I think that's just because of the spacing. If I were to set up the dominoes even closer, you could probably get like a shorter, stouter Christmas tree. But this is looking really good. All of my ornaments are now in place. So the final row is just going to be a full layer of green. And there we go. And the last step is to make the stump. I'm just gonna see where the middle is. I'm gonna line that up with the first domino at the top of the star. So this is the middle. I'm gonna make the stump about 3 dominoes wide. And maybe one more row. And there we have it, a fully built Christmas tree out of dominoes. Wow, this looks so good. Let's clear the area and then we can knock it down. Now before we topple this, I do want to say if you're looking for a Christmas gift, I definitely recommend H5 Domino Creations. These are my own brand of dominoes and they're specially designed for setting up and knocking down. This is a really fun gift for anyone this holiday season. All right, let's topple it. In 3, 2, 1, go. Yes, it worked. It was such a fast topple, but it fell beautifully. And if you do build a Christmas tree of your own, definitely send me a picture at Hevish5 because I would love to see. Also, brand new merch, including the sketchbook and these sweatshirts are now live. Go check them out at hevish5.com/store. These are so comfortable and they're embroidered, so they're very fresh, very fancy, but really loving it. I hope you have a wonderful holiday season. One more shout out to our featured community member, Okapi Dominoes, who's been making some incredible domino videos recently. And as always, I'm Lily Hevish, and keep on building.